Happy Wednesday, you guys. I am live in a couple different places, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to see comments or not, but I am so excited to be here with you today. And did you like my title, Spill the Tea? When you hear someone spilling the tea, that's when people lean in. What's she getting ready to share? What's she going to say? I want to know what the tea is. Anyway, the tea is exciting today. It is exciting because let me tell you, today is the 68th birthday of Park Lane Jewelry. And if I don't know you, my name is Sally Neff. For those of you who I do know, you know who I am. And I have been blessed with the fact that I found direct sales over 10 years ago. My family had just moved to California. We are from Kentucky. And I fell into my very first direct sales company. And it was something that just really spoke. It just spoke to my heart. And I fell into a company that shared jewelry. I have always been a fashion girl, as you can tell. Can you tell I'm dressed for a birthday party? I'm dressed for Park Lane's birthday party, but also my best friend's birthday party. So I love birthday parties and I love celebrating and I love sharing. And I thought to myself today, you know what? There is so much to be said. And it's been so long since I have popped on and shared about my story, about what is happening, what's happening at Park Lane, what's happening with this Lighthouse team. And I thought, you know what? I could do this in a private party group that I'm doing tonight, or I could just like blast this and let anybody who wants to hear. So that's what I'm spilling the tea about. So anyway, we moved to California and I fell into direct sales. I have a degree in educational counseling. I was a teacher. I loved my job. I was so passionate about my job. And that's something about me, is that I am very passionate about what I do. I will find things that resonate with me. I look for energy. I look for joy. I look for fun. I look for ways that will impact others. That's my middle name, is impact. That's why I was a teacher. That was why I was a counselor. That's why I fell in love with direct sales. And that's why I fell in love with jewelry sales. Because if you don't know this, I want you to think about something. I want you to think about being at your child's school pickup. I want you to think about being in Starbucks. I want you to think about being different places. Guess what would happen if I would go to the supermarket right now? Do you know what's going to happen? Someone's going to compliment me. They're going to compliment me on these Debbie studs I have on, which were the very first pair of earrings that I ever purchased at Park Lane. I fell in love with these. I went to a party kind of undercover just to like scope it out. I was with a different direct sales company. I was actually with a company called Stella & Dot, and that's where I started in the industry. It was an amazing experience. I built an incredible team there, and things transitioned a little bit. And I thought, you know what? My time here is done. I am meant to go spread more joy and sparkle. And I found Park Lane. That year, I think it was a 65-year-old company. This year, we're celebrating 68 years. But one of the things that I know about jewelry, I've sold accessories. I've trained people in accessories. I understand this product. It is the #1 compliment creator in the world. When people ask me what I do, you're not going to hear me say, oh, I'm in jewelry sales. I say, you know what I do? I actually create compliments and conversations all across the world. That's what I do. That's my impact. That's my job. Because when someone gets a package of Park Lane jewelry in the mail and they put that jewelry on and they go to their kids' school pickup and they go to Starbucks and they're standing on the soccer lines or they're on a Zoom and you have on beautiful jewelry, do you know what someone does? They say, oh my gosh, where'd you get those earrings? You look so pretty today. I love your arm stack. I love the energy that you have about you. Do you know what's going to happen? They're going to say thank you. They're going to receive a compliment. That's what this jewelry does. That is the true impact of sharing accessories. So why Park Lane and why did I pick this company? Like, why did I decide like to carry on, to go for round 2, to join a company that's 65 years old when I thought, you know, okay, the industry's over. This is done. That was a good run. I'm going to tell you why. Because what I found was absolutely something I could not turn my back on. When I went to this party and I purchased these earrings. I went to a party of Christy Goodman's and I watched her in action. I was like, okay, let me really see. Let me really see if these jewelry sales are what you're saying the jewelry sales are. I go to this party. I saw people lined up. I saw people saying that they were going to book parties. I saw people say that they had shopped last month. I saw someone say that they had just joined her. And I was like, what is happening? I don't even understand. Because at that point in time, guys, I was really, really, really good. I was really good at my job and I was not going to parties having those type of results. And I was like, what is it? And I will tell you what it is. It is the programs that Park Lane has. We have an everyday customer buying plan that you're not going to find anywhere else. You're not going to find it anywhere else. You buy 2 items full price, you get 4 half off. Where does that happen? Of anything that you want to purchase, it doesn't happen, but it happens at Park Lane. And it's part of the reason why this company is on a trajectory right now of huge growth. I'm going to explain that in just a minute. Why the growth? Why what's happened, especially during the pandemic? There are companies post-pandemic, and guess what's happening? They're falling apart. Companies that pivot and are solid and have incredible leadership and know what they have to offer and know where they are going, guess what's happening? They are skyrocketing. And that is what's happening here. That's what's happening with our company. A 68-year-old company is like in this complete like new rebirth, which is so exciting. And it's because guess what they have? They have something to offer customers and guests that come to parties that they can't get anywhere else. What do women love? I'll tell you what women love. Women love going somewhere and getting a deal. Think about it. You go to Costco, you go to Target, you find something online. What do? You tell your mom, you tell your best friend, you tell the people if you're sitting like at a dance studio or on a soccer sideline, you're like, oh my gosh, well, I saw this deal the other day. Oh my gosh, you got to get over there and get that. Like wherever it is, it can be at the supermarket, it can be at Trader Joe's. Like who is waiting for Trader Joe's pumpkin mix to come out? The moment that comes out, I'll be you know what, their pumpkin mix is out. You better go stock up because they only have it very seasonally. Okay, so what happens is, okay, people love our buying plan because women are getting a deal. They are getting a deal. They are able to pick what they want to shop at 50% off. Someone comes in with the budget, guess what? No worries, girl. I got you. I got you. We're not doing a guilt buy where then they come home and they're like, oh my gosh, I spent way too much money. I am totally avoiding any Park Lane party that comes up. Like people want to come to this. Okay. Why do we continue to have people host parties? Because we have a hostess program that is exceptional. Exceptional. It's based on the number of orders. It's not based on the retail of the show. When you tell someone, hey, listen, you get 10 orders, you get $400 in free shopping. 10 orders of any size. Guess what happens? Guess what happens? People, I'm like, you can get 10 orders of any size. And your customers get a shop a sale. Right now, let me tell you what's happening at Park Lane right now. We are celebrating 68 years in business. 68. I want you to think about that. 68 years in business, okay? Today, when you shop, for example, multiple parties I've had this week. When people are shopping Park Lane, guess what happens? They put $68 in their cart. However you want to do it. You can do it through full price. You can do it through half off. You get $68 in your cart. You get to add any item up to $200 for $30. That's a bonus item, okay? Any item up to $200 for $30, right? So that's now at $98. You have a $68 item. You've added any item up to $200 for $30, and you get to pick a free $100 item. People are like, how can the company do this? I'm like, well, they're a family-owned business. They are cash rich. They have made very, very, very wise, conservative decisions. It is a family with a legacy running the company. It is something that they care about. They care about their stylist. They care about the generations after them. They care about carrying on the legacy. They make very wise decisions. That is how. So when it's 68 years in business and they want to celebrate and they want to give us an opportunity to party and create more customers and share what Park Lane's all about, guess what? They have the funds to do it. And guess what happens? Guess what happens during this time? People buy from people who they know, like, and trust. And do you know how people end up earning trust in people? When you save someone money. When you're like, listen, you want accessories? I mean, we can totally get you a brand new whole accessory wardrobe. And we're not, if you want to host, you get $400 in free shopping with 10 orders of any size. It's not based on, some large threshold. You have to sell $2,000 before you can get $20 free, because Park Lane has been around long enough that they know. And the compensation plan, what I love, the compensation plan has not changed in over 40 years. Compensation plan has not changed. The compensation plan is one of the most lucrative, generous compensation plans. People here, when I very first met with the CEO, and I was like, okay, so what is like, if you had to say one thing you would change about about your company, I'm like asking questions. What's one thing you would change about company? And Scott Levine, the CEO, tells me, he's like, well, here people earn so much on their personal sales, and they can get in a place where they become so comfortable that the earning is so good for them that they kind of get settled. And I was like, what? Okay, whatever. And you guys, I see it. I have seen that over the course of time, where people love this business so much. People have been in this company. There are people that have been here 25 years, 30 years. One of the first conventions I went to was in Vegas, and there was a lady who took me under her wing, and I think she's been here for like 35 years. And I'm like, this is crazy. You're still doing this? Like, you're still doing this. And to me, I was like, wow, that is a future. That is something where, I have the opportunity to give this gift to so many people. Okay. So what does Park Lane look like right now? And like, why are we growing at the speed that we are growing? First of all, when we had, people were at home and you weren't able to go out and party, like we couldn't go to people's homes and do parties. And that's typically the way that most of us had done the business. We pivoted very quickly, and we continue to pivot. I call our team like a systemized weapon. Like, we have systems in place. We have things that are absolutely mind-blowing for people. And I can say that because one of the things that I love so much about Park Lane is the fact that we have a direct appoint program. So the direct appoint program is one of the smartest things that I think the owners of the company did. The Levines, who were the parents, Shirley and Art Levine, one of the things they did in this industry, they thought to themselves, if we want to have people who would want to join our company, and let's say they've been somewhere else, they've had some type of direct sales experience, leadership experience, we wouldn't want to offer them like, starting brand new. You'd want to offer them a position that recognizes their experience, because that's respect. It's another thing. It's respect and it's generosity. And so with Park Lane, if you've had industry experience, when I first started building the organization that I have here at Park Lane, that is 3.5 years old, the people who joined me did not come from previous company. Some have now, many have. What I was finding, people who were in the industry were interested in the fact of why I made a move. So people who had been at different direct sales companies were interested in what I was doing, what I was able to offer them. So do you have leadership experience? Oh my gosh, I'd love to have you connect with our national sales director. She's gonna hear about your experience. She'll let you know like where you would fit into the compensation plan. And people were blown away with the fact that what they had done as far as a profession, because this is a profession, leadership experience in this industry is a profession, that their profession mattered here. They were seen. They were not going to have to come in and be like, oh my gosh, well, you're a brand new stylist, but you have experience. And so building with that direct appoint program, it is absolutely something that I find is one of the golden gems of Park Lane. It's the reason why I'm here. And I find the talent that partners with Park Lane. We have talent that comes from all different types of companies, people who have sold health and wellness, people who have sold oils, people who have sold clothing, people who have sold, skincare, people who have sold house cleaning products. I mean, you name it, like scrapbooking, like you name it. It's sales and it's leadership. And it's understanding how to pivot, what works. We come together collectively with all these ideas, and it has created this momentum that is a rocket ship. So one of the things, and when I think about, my life and as far as profession, when I was a teacher, I was very passionate about it. I loved what I did. Ever since I've been in direct sales, one of the things that people will share about me, I'm passionate about it. I love what I do. Since I've joined Park Lane, my passion has tripled, because I get to see on the daily basis people taking a very low risk. $99 is a very low risk as far as being a business owner. Low risk. And what I've been able to watch them do, I have people who are earning six figures. I have people who are having babies and they are earning now more here than they do at their full-time job. And they see hope as far as it could be an opportunity for me to completely change my family. I see people who are able to pay an extra income. I see a car payment. I see people who can pay car insurance. I see people who can go to the grocery store. The opportunity here, depending on what you want out of it, is a huge opportunity. I have a gal on my team who told me in direct sales, she was the top earner, top seller. The most she had ever earned was $60,000. Within her first year, she is going to double that at Park Lane, and she will be earning $120,000. This is not made up. I'm more than happy to connect you with her. It's a true statement. And the stories of this just continue. They just continue. And it's one of those things that it's I think right now it could be the industry of the party plan, the home-based business, or all those kinds of things. Yeah, that was so hot during that season. Or I remember when we used to go to all those parties and used to do all those things. And it is still one of the most incredible business opportunities that is out there. You just have to make sure you're partnered with the right people, the right programs, and the right product. And that is one thing. Those are three things that Park Lane nails. Now, outside of that, when I think about why is the company so invested? Why are they so invested in this? And I heard a story from our CEO, Scott Levine. He was at a Porsche dealership, Porsche dealership. And the general manager of the Porsche dealership knew he was with Park Lane and told him, my mom was a single mom. She had 4 kids, and Park Lane put food on the table for us. That is in 1968. 1968. And he is hearing these stories in 2023. So when you think about that, and you think, why would the family be so passionate about this? Because it's a legacy, and that's what's different. And when you think about jewelry and why jewelry, I have the funniest story, cutest story. Today I was picking up my daughter from school, and I did a party, Facebook party, for one of my friends. And I don't know who watches the parties, the Facebook parties. Well, all the little girls, their moms were in the party, so they all watched. So I'm picking up Reese today, and 2 of the little ones, kindergartners, come up and they're like, I saw you with the necklaces. I'm like, you saw me with the necklaces? Oh my gosh, did you think I did a good job? And they were like, yes. They were like, I saw some things I want. And I was like, you know what? Here's the thing. You tell me what you want, and I'm going to make sure you get it. You pick out one necklace. And then the sister says, I want a necklace. I'm like, okay, who over here saw the party and you want necklaces? And I had like 5 little girls. And I said, well, listen, this is what you got to do. You got to go home and ask your mom to see the link. I want you to pick out what you want and have your mom text me. And we will have our little packages come, and, you know, they can come over. Maybe we'll have cupcakes. I don't know. And like, they can get their jewelry. It is a universal product that people love. Women love jewelry. Little girls all the way up to great grandmothers. And when you think about it, it's a product that tells stories. It is something that people are drawn to. It's a giftable item. It's a memorable item. It's an item, once again, that you put in, and guess what? You feel an uptick, your serotonin levels, like you feel good about yourself. There's a huge difference. Think about when you get ready. And I hear it over and over and over from people who have not worn jewelry to people who wear jewelry. The messages that come through from customers, the messages I get from stylists on my team. Sally, I never thought I could sell jewelry. Oh my gosh, now I put on jewelry and I feel so good about it. And I love telling people about my journey with jewelry and the joy that I found in jewelry. And guess what it's doing? Now it's helping me pay for X, Y, and Z things. I have people who are earning trips. When I think about it, yes, can I earn a trip? I've earned many trips in the direct sales world. But there's nothing like when you have 25 people who have also earned a trip. It's not just me earning the trip. It's a whole entire team earning a trip. They are taking their children. They're taking their husbands. They're taking their sister. They're taking their best friend. That is experience. That is travel experience. We go to Cabo in a couple of weeks. In March, my whole family is going to go to Paris. We're earning Dublin right now. If you love travel, you want to think about Park Lane. There are people who have retired from their jobs. They've done Park Lane on the side. Now they're doing Park Lane full time. Guess what? They're like, I can really make extra income. And I'm taking my husband with me on all these travel trips. The opportunities are huge here. And it's one of the things that when I think about, you know, holding this to myself, not sharing like the goodness of every single thing we have at our fingertips, shame on me. I should be on live every single day, telling these stories, letting people know, like, listen, you have a problem, I've got a solution. I can help you. It is something that I believe so strongly in. I watch it happen on a daily basis. And I see the joy that is created. I see the hostesses redeeming their hostess rewards. I see people, I just had someone message me while I'm on here about wanting to get a party. And I couldn't even read the name. I think it was Alex. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. But I'm like, that's what I get to experience on a daily basis. On a daily basis. And when I think about, you know, doing something that you love, find something you're passionate about and try it. Who knows? If you've never tried jewelry before and you're sitting there thinking, I don't know, that looks kind of fun. I think I can do that. You can do this. You can do this. I had never sold jewelry ever before. And I know what the pain points are in the direct sales world. I know what works. And we, like I said, systemized weapon over here. That's what we are. If Tish Mefford's watching, she is over here like glowing. She's over here going, we are a systemized weapon. We are a systemized weapon. Because guess what systems do? Guess what systems do? They take away all of the chaos. You've got something in a system. Guess what happens? It just absolutely flows. It's a wash, rinse, repeat. We enhance, we pivot, all the things. But it is something that we have learned. This business, for someone to do a side business, it has to be simple and it has to be fun. And when you think about the fun, like it's a birthday today. It's 68 years. I mean, do you know how much fun that is? And I have on a party shirt. It's even got a little bow down here. Anywho, okay. So if you're watching and you're like, all right, I don't know what this girl's talking about. And the birthday party, the birthday of Park Lane could not fall at a better time, because I will tell you, if you've been in this industry, you know what we're getting ready to go into, the golden season. And this is when many companies are like, you've stayed around all year long just to get to these months. I can say that because I used to live that, okay? But anywho, Park Lane isn't like that. We have business all year long. But the golden season is the time the kids go back to school. Schedules are made. Guess what people are doing? They are shopping for holidays. There's a season switchover. People are shopping for fall clothing. People are looking for gifts to go to birthday parties. There's Christmas coming up. Things are settled. It's the golden season. This is the time. If you want to try something, guess what? This is your like light bulb moment of like, okay, let's give it a go. You have nothing to lose. It's $99. $99 and you pick out $500 in free jewelry. And guess what else? Okay, so when I first joined, I love to talk about this. When I first joined Park Lane, I was like, okay, I do not wear big sparkles. That is a no-no for me. I don't do that. I like pearls. I like, more of like a matte finish. And I was like, the sparkly, that's gonna take me a minute. Okay, well, I'm just showing you. Okay, this is what happens. This is what happens. You get into like your kind of like your routine, right? So I started experimenting with impression bracelets. And every time I wore an impression bracelet, someone stopped me and asked me about my bracelet. And I was like, am I being punked? This is the weirdest thing ever. And I started very subtly. I think it was with this black. This is what I would wear. I'd wear the jet black impression. That was the one. Then I learned, I'm like, wait, women love these. They have like an impression obsession. And they do have an impression obsession. I am serious, you guys. When we drop a new impression bracelet, I have people who get mad at me if it sells out too fast. They're like, I've been at work. I didn't see it. Is it already gone? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. So our impression bracelets, this is actually the glow. It's so pretty. It's like a champagne colored stone. It's set in like a hematite. They retail for $188. So if you think about getting $500 in free product and you do a $188 bracelet, like that's kind of taking a chunk away of your 500. Well, guess what? During the birthday week, you get a free impression bracelet of your choice. One of my faves is this white opal. Of course, I love the clear. This is the pink. This is the iridescent coral. I think it looks really cute with my blouse, right? Did I get that right? I debated. I was like, do I wear the clear? Do I wear the silver? Do I put on the white opal? Like, what am I going to do with this impression? I literally tried it on. I was looking, I was like, okay, I'm going to just do this video. I'm not going to think about it anymore, but I'm going to put on the iridescent coral. And we have a new chocolate color. So anyway, you get a free impression bracelet. And it's one of those things like, why not? And if you have direct sales experience and I have reached out to you in the past and I've been like, oh my gosh, I really want you to hear about the Park Lane opportunity. I am not saying that just to say it. I am saying it because first of all, I am a recognizer of talent. I know if you've had direct sales experience and I happen to know you're a personal friend or we've been connected in some type of business, or if you were on my previous team or your previous company or whatever, and I'm like, listen, I really need you to listen to me. The thing is, those are my words. Like, I need you to listen to me because here's the thing. Don't settle. Do not settle. I could have settled. I could have said no to the Park Lane opportunity. I could have said no to the Park Lane opportunity. My life changed when I decided to join Park Lane. I know that sounds very catastrophic, but my life changed because I had all the programs that I needed to be able to go out and build a business, to build a real thriving business. I also had the opportunity to really help people who wanted this as an income source in their life. And the team that I lead is called the Lighthouse. I've always been drawn to light. I love the meaning of light. I love the biblical meaning of light. I think light is something that is hope. I think that every single person has a light inside of them. I tell my daughter every day, I'm like, Reese, go shine that light. God gave you a light. He gave you energy. You are my little mini me. We have been blessed with this. We are meant to use this in positive ways. We are meant to use how we were created to help serve this world in amazing ways. We are meant to uplift people with our words. We're meant to help better the people around us. When we walk into that room, carry that energy with you. Compliment someone, lift them up. If they're having a bad day, lift them up. That is the purpose of the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is to shine the light. And our jewelry, this is one of the things. The jewelry is the vehicle to the light. And when I think about it, every time I'm in a party, I'm like, oh my gosh, do you know that when you put a crystal up close to your face, guess what it does? It brightens and lightens. And I think to myself, I'm like, there I am, talking about the light. Because I will tell you, everybody has dark times in their life. It's a given fact. There's dark times in your life. At 16 years old, I decided I will be a champion. I will be a champion. And I will impact people in ways that bring light. And I knew that I was destined to serve. I knew I was destined to have a purpose. And finding Park Lane has been one of the things that has given me that opportunity to serve this world in a much larger way. And I'm forever grateful for it. And 68 years of business, you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. We have an incredible team. We are waiting for you. We are ready for you. We are going into the golden season. And today, pick out an impression bracelet and $500 worth of product. And guess what? We're going to get you going. And if you sell another product, you can sell Park Lane. You don't have to quit your company. If you have a boutique, guess what? There are no rules. You can sell it in your boutique. If you want to do it online, you can sell it online. If you want to do fundraisers, guess what? We have a fundraising program and 50% goes back to a 501c3. You want to drive a Mercedes? We have a Mercedes car program. You want to go on a trip? Earn a trip to Dublin. You want to have fun? That's what we are. 68 years. It's pretty special. I'm going to drop the link in these comments to join. Message me if you have any questions. I'll be around for a little bit, and then I'm going to a birthday party. I'm celebrating Park Lane and my bestie. All right. Bye, guys.